Hey, it's Nick, and welcome back to another video that nobody's gonna watch. Now, I am incredibly sick at the moment, so you're just gonna have to deal with my horrible voice. But whatever. Here I have Transformers Siege Custom Classics styled Acid Storm, or is it Universe? I really don't care. But it's the color scheme that Acid Storm had the camo, but I just didn't do the camo because, like, that was pretty stupid. So, this originally started out as the Siege Thundercracker. I dry brushed. Well, not really dry brush. I painted the entire thing black, except for like some of the hinges, which are visible or they got all scratched off. And then I dry brushed over most of the places with green. Wait, no. Oh my god, I just can't remember anything. Started off base coat of black, then I dry brushed silver, and then in the areas I wanted to be green, I dry brushed a very dark green, and then in the areas that are this grayish blue, which honestly looks way more blue on camera than it really is. It's a lot closer to gray. And then I dry brushed on the gray, but the grayish blue, but it came out a lot thicker than I was hoping, but it also kind of looks cool in my opinion. Here you can see the back. And then I did all of the yellow. I did one coat of the yellow first, and then I mixed yellow and the dark green together to make this kind of disaster. This is like what I put all my paint on, so just deal with that. And then I dry brushed that over a lot of the green surfaces, and it kind of gives it this very nice, almost green wash over it, which kind of makes the darker green look more like battle damage than anything. I feel like it looks the nicest on the legs when you're not focusing on the blue gaps. And here you have the underside. So, this guy is, in the biggest sense of the word, a shell former. Which, if you do not know what a shell former is, it is a transformer where the entire vehicle mode is essentially just a shell with the robot mode inside. And there is little to no conversion between the things. And the wings on the Tetrajet do not count. Because, like, Starscream always will have the wings become the wings. It's kind of hard not to do that with a G1 Starscream, at least. So, detach the guns here. I decided to pick them out with the blue and the yellow just to make them look more interesting than having them be completely green. You can see the blue bits there peeking through. I honestly could not care less about the blue plastic that you can see. It really doesn't really matter that much to me. I'm just gonna untab this first before I do the actual first step that you're supposed to do. This is how I do this order of operations. And then unhinging essentially the entire body. And there you can see it. He's just a guy crumpled up. So will I be able to get this all on camera? I don't know. We can try. How about that? So go to the back, take this section, flip it around, tab that into place, and then attach the arms, flip them out, or hinge them out, or rather. And then this is probably something that I wish that they carried over onto the Earthrise Starscream, was you open that up, hinge that down, and then use the double hinge to kind of extend out the arm. That was probably just like all blurry and barely in frame. You see, my phone is really confused on what I want to be the focus. It's not like it's almost in the middle of everything, but whatever. There are his arms. Let's do the legs. This is also kind of cool because it has those springy bits. That's honestly quite cool. I wish more Transformers had spring elements. Not quite like the Automorph, because the Automorph was pretty overused, and honestly, I don't really like Automorph that much. I feel like it's kind of a cheaty step, even though that is pretty much how the Transformers would indeed transform in real life. Like, it's just all Automorph at that point. So, something I really don't like is doing the nose, cone, pylon, air intake things, is because his wings kind of rub on the paint. And I'm not sure if it's on this side. I can't really tell. So it's probably this one. It's like in the shadow of that. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Come on, it's right in front of the camera. You can see the blue sticking out. Sorry about my shaky hands, but that honestly really sucks. That little blue speck. And it's probably way more obvious in real life than it is on camera. And also all of the hinging down and tabbing. Of all the times that I bump into the camera, that was probably the least bump. Like, I've bumped this way worse. And then it just decides to disintegrate. And then he's not even in focus, even though he's, like, literally the only thing that they should be focusing on. Like, oh my god, I'm pressing the focus button, and it's not focusing. Like, what do you want me to do? Be happy about that? Anyways, here he is, and here are his null rays. I don't give a shit what their actual name is in the toy line. Honestly, the lime, almost lime-ish green, pops way more on camera than it does in real life, and I should probably do a second coat of the yellow on his air intakes. I decided not to do his kneecaps entirely yellow and just do like some cool accent things. I think it looks cool. And then his toes, so you can see the blue, and then I painted over in yellow. I think that looks really nice. And this is what I was talking about with the legs. It almost looks like his base coat was almost a lime green, and then he kind of got painted over with dark green, and it's kind of wearing down. This is the good. I like this. I like painting figures. It's just filming them. They apparently just hate to stay in camera, and stay in one piece. I also really like the stripe that I did with this wing. I really like that. That looks really nice. Almost a techno kind of thing. And I just kind of wanted to incorporate the structural bits a little bit more than just them being completely structural. So now it's kind of like a design feature. I was also contemplating doing all of the inner techno bits in like a dark green or a lime green, but I feel like that would make them stand out way more than they already do. But also, this guy looks completely badass. Turning him around at the back, he looks pretty good. So, something that I really don't understand is, in real life, this bit right here, I can't see any of the blue at all. But on camera, it's like entirely blue. It's probably just my phone camera that just likes picking out the colors way differently. This guy is just way more vibrant and pretty looking on camera. If I'm going to be honest with you, it must have some filter or something. See, because of me using the Thundercracker mold, he does have that smirky Starscream head, and I don't really know anything about Acid Storm. I don't know if he's like a chill guy or if he's, you know, wanting to be in charge of the Decepticons, but hey, it's personality, I guess. I was also thinking about doing something more with the nose cone, like painting it over in black, but just like that would look stupid. So if you have any other ideas for more Seeker customs I can do, I kind of want to do a Sunstorm or Nova Storm, whichever one he is, the orange-yellow guy. I want to do him. Ion Storm, he's just Thundercracker, if I'm being honest with you, which I do not have any problems with Thundercracker. In fact, he's probably my favorite Seeker design. There's also another thing I was going to talk about with the blue, is in his thighs. It's a lot more apparent in real life, but for some reason I kind of dry brushed on the blue so thinly that you can see the silver poking through, and it almost looks like I dry brushed silver on top of the blue, but I didn't. So it kind of looks like he's got almost 2 layers of silver dry brushing. I just really like the way that he turned out. And a lot of people have problems with almost the matte feeling of paint, so they do a gloss clear coat. But personally, I think that the matte paint feeling from Transformers looks really nice. That's probably why I prefer the Siege Sideswipe to the Kingdom one, because of the matte, almost matte red paint. I think it looks really nice. I just really like looking at this guy. And if you like looking at him, you can give me some ideas for more customs that I can do. If I feel like doing any more at this point. So this is probably going to be my last video of the year. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to like this video if you liked it. Share it with your friends if you think they might be interested. And yeah, till all are one. See you next time.